Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of the Athletes in Adversity podcast. Today we'll be talking about Kobe Bryant's death and how it is affecting current NBA players and especially the younger generation of players. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, all at Athletes in Adversity, as well as my Twitter at AthletesPod. Also, go support the show for as little as 99 cents a month. You can do this right on the Anchor.fm website, or if you want to be more generous, go pledge up to $50 a month on my Patreon, Athletes in Adversity. So with that, let's get today's show started. So let's talk Kobe's death. Now, Kobe's death obviously affected every single one of us, but the first section of people I would like to talk about today is the older generation of NBA talent. People like Chris Paul, LeBron. These players grew with Kobe Bryant. They grew as his enemy, his friend, and even his teammates. Some of these players were Kobe's teammates throughout their careers. And obviously, when the news broke, it was heartbreaking to say the least. But Kobe had a profound impact on the older generation of NBA talent. Just a few days, or I think it was the day before Kobe died, LeBron James passed him on the all-time scoring list. And right after that, Kobe went to Twitter congratulating LeBron James on his accomplishment of passing him on the all-time scoring list. Now, to me, Kobe, I grew up around Kobe. I was a Kobe Bryant hater. I could say that. I was generally a Kobe Bryant hater. But I had a lot of respect for the guy because he was talented, he was a family man, and most importantly, he loved playing the sport of basketball. He promoted the youth to play the sport of basketball. And with that, I would like to move on to the next section of people I'm going to be talking about today. The younger generation of NBA talent, the Jason Tatums, this whole stew of younger talent in the NBA and how the death of Kobe is affecting them. Now, the older generation of players obviously knew Kobe as a friend. They knew the guy. The man, Kobe Bryant. But the younger generation knew the player, the talented Kobe Bryant. I remember growing up in class, I would put my paper into a ball and I would shoot at the trash bin and go, Kobe. And then all of a sudden, nowadays you roll the paper into a ball and you shoot it in and you go Kobe, and then what do you think of? You think of his death. And it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening that that's the case. The younger generation of talent in the NBA must have felt sickened by the death of Kobe. Let's talk about Jason Tatum for one. Jason Tatum, right? Jason Tatum had workouts with Kobe Bryant. His game, his actual basketball game reflects Kobe Bryant so much. Tatum does these little steps, step in, fade away, like Kobe, He modeled his game after Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant was his favorite player of all time. And a lot of these younger talents, that was their guy. That was their guy, Kobe Bryant. Not Michael Jordan, but Kobe Bryant was their guy. Just like me, Kobe Bryant was the guy growing up. He was the man in the NBA. And when I heard the news that he died, just like the NBA younger talent, it was sad. I was generally sad and sick into my stomach that Kobe passed away in a horrible accident. So after this break, I'm going to be talking about the youth of America and how the death is actually affecting the youth of this country, because it affects every single one of us. I'm going to be talking about that next. Now, let's talk about how Kobe's death is affecting the youth of America. Now, they did this article on the New York Times called Letters to a Legend. And what it basically is, students shared letters to Kobe Bryant after his tragic death. I'm just going to read one of them here. Dear Kobe, thank you. Thank you for the commitment you gave and for the hard work you put into playing. Thank you for the thrills we got as you played your last game. Thank you for the positive attitude even on your worst days. Thank you for the impact you made on the people that looked up to you. Thank you for the excitement you gave as we watched you every night, every game. Thank you for the inspiration to dream big and to achieve the goals we set for ourselves. Thank you for the mindset of never giving up, even when we are weak. Thank you for the life you shared with us, on and off the court. Thank you for showing the world that there is more to life than fame and fortune. Thank you for leaving your mark in history, in basketball, and in our lives. Thank you for being a loving father and husband and showing that family comes first always. Thank you for giving the world all you had. Every day and night you had on earth. Thank you for being you. Remember you forever and always. Robert Malloy, Abington, Massachusetts. Now, this, I gotta be honest, was kind of hard to read. It was very heartfelt, and it speaks volumes. I think this statement by Robert Malloy speaks how everyone felt, how all the youth of America felt, how people like me felt when Kobe passed away. He showed that family comes first, and that if you have the Mamba mentality, you can achieve any of your dreams in this world. And that's what I'm trying to do right here with this show. And I think if people had that mentality, they can achieve greatness. And Kobe showed that if you have the mentality to work hard every day of your life and to grind and to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning and make sure that you are doing your job and make sure that you are the best at whatever you do, you can achieve greatness. Thank you for the excitement you gave as we watched you every night and every game. I can think back to many moments that I had watching Kobe Bryant. And some of them, I'm a Celtics fan. I've been a Celtics fan my whole life. And some of them, as a kid, I didn't enjoy much. Like the night he won the finals against the Celtics. I remember I got up, I shut the TV right off because I was so mad that Kobe put the dagger in the Celtics' throat. And honestly, years later, I know I was mad at the time, but you have to have respect for the guy. You have to constantly have the respect for Kobe Bryant because what he did on that court was simply greatness. Even on his worst days, his worst shooting days, his worst days on the court, he would go up to the media after the game and have a positive attitude and say, you know what, there's always tomorrow. There's always the next game to be great. And I'm going to work 10 times as harder to achieve greatness. He committed to one team for his whole entire career, and I think that speaks volumes as well, because players in the NBA nowadays show zero loyalty to their teams. Look at Anthony Davis. Stays with the Pelicans his whole career, and then one call from LeBron James has him in LA 2 seconds later, not caring about the city he just spent most of his young life in. And I think that is very, very telling as what the NBA is today. Zero loyalty. In the next segment, I'm going to talk about my feelings about Kobe's passing and how it's affecting me and a lot of my friends. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying today's episode of the Athletes in Adversity podcast. Make sure to go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, all at Athletes in Adversity, as well as my Twitter at AthletesPod. Also, go support the show for as little as 99 cents a month right on Anchor.fm. Or if you want to be more generous, go pledge up to $50 a month and receive exclusive benefits on my Patreon, Athletes in Adversity. So with that, let's continue today's episode. I'm going to be talking about my feelings about the Kobe Bryant's death here. Once Kobe died, I honestly got this sickening feeling in my stomach like my friend passed away, or because I had this connection to Kobe, like a lot of young NBA players did, and like the youth did in America. I had this connection to Kobe Bryant because I grew up every day watching him in the NBA. Like every day I turned on the TV and there's Kobe, just dropped 30 points against whoever the team is, you know? And just Kobe was that guy. He was the guy of my generation. 5 NBA championships. He was just, and not only that, he taught me a lot. He taught me to be kind and respectful to everyone. And most importantly, this man taught me to work hard and to have that mentality to grind every day of your life to become great. And that's what I'm doing right now with this podcast. I'm going to grind every day until this becomes my livelihood. I want this to be great, you know? And that's the mentality everyone out there should have. Everyone out there should have the mentality that you can be great and you can be successful if you put your mind and you put your heart to it. You can be great is the mindset that I have and that everyone should have. Because it's very true. If you work hard every day of your life, you wake up at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning and put your work in before everybody else puts their work in, you will get ahead of the game and you will become great at what you do. Kobe Bryant taught everyone in America and everyone in the world, not just America, everyone in the world, that working hard can get you to where you want to be. Kobe Bryant once said that he told himself, I want to be good at basketball. So you know what Kobe did? He went every day in the gym to become the greatest player of his generation. Every day he would grind and become great. And this can be used in many fields. In your own lives, this mentality can be used. You can become great. It's just a matter of if you want to put in the work. And like me and like a lot of other people, they are willing to put in the work to become great. And that's what people need to understand. You can't be sitting on the couch. You can't be being lazy, because in the real world, there's no time to be lazy. If you want to become great and you want to do what you want to do, and you want to make money, you want to have a nice family, you have to work at it. And you have to have that Mamba mentality to become great and become who you want to be in life. And that's what Kobe taught me. He taught me that to become great, you need to put in the work. And that's what I'm doing. I hope that's what all of you guys do as well. So with that will be the end of today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I know it was quite a heartbreaking episode, to say the least, but I hope I all taught you guys something about working hard, and I hope Kobe, in fact, taught you guys something. I think the most important call to action to take away from today's podcast is that you must work hard to become great. That's what you guys should take away from today's show. Hey guys, thank you all for listening to today's episode of the Athletes in Adversity podcast. Make sure to go follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, all at Athletes in Adversity, as well as my Twitter at AthletesPod. Also, go support the show for as little as 99 cents a month right on Anchor.fm. Or if you want to be more generous, go pledge up to $50 a month on my Patreon, Athletes in Adversity. So with that, we're going to end the show today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening to the Athletes in Adversity podcast.